Okay, so today we'll be talking about file path traversal validation of start of path. So in the previous videos, we have seen different variant of file path traversal vulnerabilities. So today we'll be looking at this one. So let's first understand what it is. So path traversal, as we have already discussed, that it provides you a way to access the directories and the files that are present in the web server, maybe in the document root directory, okay, or any other certain files. So it is just the basic definition of what file path traversal is. So we have already discussed in detail in a previous video, so I won't be going much deep into it. Now let's understand what validation of start path is. So application check if the path starts with something like root abc dot 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 so on. So here what the logic is set is that suppose if you are getting certain request to fetch certain file, then it should only start with root.abc for that particular endpoint. It should not start with any other value. So it's like giving a fixed value that should be expected. So to I know you will be confused with this. So to get a better understanding, we will have a look at an example. So you'll be able to understand it more better. So let's look at the example. So normal check is written as get load image question mark file name equal to product.jpg. Now what we are doing is that we are giving the get request to the load image file, and the parameter is file name and your value is product.jpg. You are expecting to get a particular image, okay. So what would be the result? So result would be var www image and the product.image. That particular image would be fetched from the document root directory inside the image folder, okay. So this is generally what should happen. But in the vulnerable check, if there is a logic set that if the file name dot start with this is a method, okay, so it expects that where www image, that means if this if the method, sorry, so if the file name dot start with, it starts with this particular format, then read file name. So what it will do is that if the input starts with this format, that means if it starts with this format, then it would read the file name. File name is this parameter, okay, so it would read this image. So so this is the condition, but it is vulnerable. How I will tell you. So the exploit is that file name equal to var www.images.com, or it would be image.com dot dot dot. Okay, this is the thing that it is expecting because it is just checking this thing, right? It should be img, but I have written the full form, but I hope you get it that if it is var www img, that is matching this particular format, then execute and like give us the relative. This is not the absolute path, this means the relative path, and display this particular file, right? Sys.config file. So this creates a vulnerability. That means you are matching this logic, but what is happening is that this file is being given you as an output. So now what we will do is that we will have a look at the example, practical example, to get you a better understanding of how this actually works. Okay, so today we'll be looking at the Portswigger lab file path traversal validation of start of the path. So to find this particular lab, navigate to all content, all labs, path traversal, and inside this you can find this lab. So let's read the content. This lab contains a path traversal vulnerability in the display of product images. If you can remember the previous video that we had gone through, the lab, it was similar, like the vulnerability was found in the same place. What it was a display of product images, okay. So the application transmits the full file path via a request parameter. So it means it is particularly providing the entire path via the request parameter, and then validates that the supply path starts with the expected folder. So note this, that it is expecting a certain particular folder, and the format is been validated. Okay, so remember this thing: to solve the lab, retrieve the contents of the etc password file. Okay, so just click on access the lab, so the lab will open up. I have copied this link and pasted it here in the Bob Suits browser, so we can capture the request. So what I'll do is that I'll turn the intercept on. We will click on this request. So as you can see this request, if you have seen the previous video, you know that the image is not found in this request, as it is just showing the product ID. We will forward this request, and this is the request that we need. So we will send it to the repeater. Just go to the repeater and let's look at the request. So this is the get request, and if you remember the question, it says that the application transmits the full path via the request parameter, which is a get parameter, and here we are transmitting the request, and validates the supplied path starts with the expected folder. So if you send this request, you will get a 200 response, right? You can see that the request is sent via the get parameter. Okay, now what we will do is that, as we understand that it is using a certain you can say folder path to verify, and we need to get access to the etc directory folder, right? So what we will do, let's just remove this. It says no such file. Okay, no such file, fine. But if I remove this directory, what does it says? It says missing parameter file name. So imagine that it requires some kind of you can say particular format. So maybe it is considering this entire format, because if I send it like this, it says no such file. But if I remove the image directory, then what it says missing parameter file name. Okay, so it expects a file name, so we'll keep this as it is. Okay, and as we have seen in the previous example, we will try to send this. It says bad request. Okay, no problem, we will add more of this. My bad. Send. Okay, so as you see, we are able to get 200. Okay, and we can access the etc password file. So how did that happen? You can see it is expecting a certain format of the request, which we passed, as we have seen in the presentation, that it wants certain kind of folder format, which we provided, and after that we provided a relative part to the etc password file, right? So this is how we were able to access this content of the etc password file. I hope you got this. So now let's refresh the tab. Okay, we have turned on the intercept. So as you can see, congratulations, you have solved the lab. I hope you like this video. Have a good day. Bye.